गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। लास्ट लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने सेकेंड ऑर्डर सिस्टम की एनालिसिस देखी थी और हमने ये देखा था कि कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन जो आपका सेकेंड ऑर्डर सिस्टम का आ रहा था दैट इज एस स्क्वायर प्लस टू जीटा अमेगा एन एस प्लस अमेगा एन स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 0 और इसके जो रूट्स आ रहे थे आपके S1 और S2 इज इक्वल टू माइनस जीटा अमेगा एन प्लस माइनस जे अमेगा एन अंडर रूट 1 माइनस जीटा स्क्वायर। इन रूट्स का आपके सिस्टम के परफॉर्मेंस पर, स्टेबिलिटी पर क्या फर्क पड़ता है, हमने ये लास्ट लेक्चर में चेक किया था और उसमें हमने क्या देखा था कि व्हेन जीटा इज लेस देन 1 एंड ग्रेटर देन 0 सिस्टम इज stable and response is under damped. When zeta is equal to 1, the response is critically damped response. When zeta is greater than 1, response is over damped response. When zeta is 0, there is no damping and undamped response. And when zeta is less than 0, there will be negative damping. There will be negative damping, right? Now, there are some parameters, system parameters to check the system's performance, to study the system performance for second order system. And what are the parameters? Rise time, TR, first number. Second, maximum overshoot, MP. Third, peak time, TP. Fourth, settling time, TS. And fifth, delay time, TD. Right? These are the system performance parameters through which we can identify the system's performance. Right? So, how to calculate these parameters is our next task. So, start with the first parameter, that is rise time. That is rise time. Start with the first parameter, which is rise time. TR. And what is rise time? What is TR? So for understanding these parameters, let's draw a graph under damped response curve. CT, and here is our mean value, which is assumed to be 1. Assuming here we have half value 0.5, and our response is like this, right? And this response is called under damped response. under damped response, this slope is capital T, time constant 1 over zeta omega n, time constant 1 over zeta omega n. This time is called TR, rise time, and this time is TD, delay time. This value means maximum value from its mean value, means from its desired value, maximum amplitude from its desired value is MP, peak overshoot or maximum overshoot, peak overshoot or maximum overshoot, and the time at which it occurs is TP, peak time, right? And this time when our response reaches 98% of the response, or the difference between the desired value and actual value becomes 2%, this time is called settling time, TS. This time is called settling time, TS, right? This is the response of the case under a damped response, right? Means we are considering zeta is less than 1 and greater than 0 case. We are considering zeta less than 1 and greater than 0 case. In this case, our response will be under damped response, and in under damped response case, our response will be like this. Our response will be like this, and these will be the parameters for under damped response. So first is rise time. What is rise time? What is rise time? The definition of rise time is the time required for the response to reach from 10% to 90% or 0% to 100% of the desired response at the very first instant is called rise time TR. It means कि response के 10% से लेकर 90% तक रीच करने में जो समय लगे, या 0% से लेकर 100% तक पहुंचने में जो समय लगे, that is called rise time. That is called rise time. अलग अलग केसेस में ये दोनों डेफिनेशंस लिए जाते हैं. मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में आप 10% टू 90% का टाइम लेते हैं राइज टाइम के लिए, लेकिन जब हम अंडर डैम्ड रिस्पॉन्स की बात करें, व्हेन जीटा इज इन बिटवीन 0 एंड 1, जब हम अंडर डैम्ड रिस्पॉन्स की बात करें, तब आपका जो राइज टाइम होगा वो कौन सा होगा? व्हेन रिस्पॉन्स रीचेस फ्रॉम 0% टू 100%. When response reaches from 0% to 100% is called rise time. And for underdamped response, what is our CT? CT is 1 minus e raised to minus zeta omega n t divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sine omega dt plus phi. This is our CT for underdamped response. And if I am interested in rise time TR, then this T will be replaced as TR. This T will be replaced as TR. And this CT, what will be this CT? I am interested in reaching this CT up to 100%. Up to 100% means its value will be 1. So 1 is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus zeta omega n tr divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sine omega dtr plus 5, or e raised to minus zeta omega n tr divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sine omega dtr plus 5 is equal to 0. And this term will be 0 when tr reaches infinity, right? So this term will not be 0. What will be 0? This value. And sine omega dtr plus 5 will be 0 when sine omega dtr plus 5 is 0 or sine n pi. So omega dtr plus 5 is equal to n pi, or tr is equal to n pi minus phi divided by omega d. This is our rise time. This is our rise time, right? This is our rise time. And what will be n? What will be n? For first instance, n will be 1. For first instance, n will be 1. Means for first time, when sine curve reaches the value 0, when sine curve reaches the value 0 is called rise time. Is called rise time. So rise time becomes pi minus phi divided by omega d. Pi minus phi divided by omega d. right? And its experimental value, is given as TR is equal to 0.8 plus 2.5 zeta divided by omega n, or 1 minus 0.4167 zeta plus 2.917 zeta square divided by omega n. This is our rise time. This is our rise time. Okay. Next is maximum overshoot. Maximum overshoot. MP. इसको परसेंटेज ओवरशूट भी कहा जाता है. मैक्सिमम टाइम ये परसेंटेज में काउंट होता है, इसलिए इसको परसेंटेज ओवरशूट भी कहा जाता है. ठीक है. सो मैक्सिमम ओवरशूट डायग्राम से दिख रहा है कि मैक्सिमम ओवरशूट वो वैल्यू है जो डिजायर्ड वैल्यू से ऊपर जाती है. मींस वो फर्स्ट पीक जो डिजायर्ड वैल्यू से आगे मिलता है वो क्या कहलाता है? मैक्सिमम ओवरशूट. राइट. सो व्हाट इज आवर CT? CT is 1 minus e raised to minus zeta omega n t divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sin omega n under root 1 minus zeta square t plus phi. यह है हमारा CT, और ये CT मैक्सिमम वैल्यू रीच करे, इसके लिए हम क्या कैलकुलेट करेंगे? मैक्सिमा ऑफ दिस CT. Maxima of CT. So maxima of CT for maxima of CT will calculate first derivative of d by dt of CT, and first derivative of CT will be minus e raised to minus zeta omega n t divided by under root 1 minus zeta square omega n under root 1 minus zeta square cos omega n under root, इसको omega d लिख लें तो जगह मिल जाएगी अच्छी. omega d cos omega dt plus phi minus zeta omega n e raised to minus zeta omega n t divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sin omega dt plus phi. Sin omega dt plus phi. Right. And when we put this value to 0 for maxima or minima, when we put this value to 0 and on solving we get omega n under root 1 minus zeta square t is equal to n pi, or t is equal to n pi over omega n under root 1 minus zeta square, or simply n pi by omega d. And what is n? We are interested in first instance. And for first instance this n will be 1, so t becomes pi by omega d, pi by omega d. And at pi by omega d, what will be our response? Ct. What will be our response? Ct, 1 minus e raised to minus zeta omega n t, e raised to minus zeta omega n pi divided by omega n under root 1 minus zeta square, divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sin omega d pi by omega d plus phi, or is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus zeta pi divided by under root 1 minus zeta square divided by under root 1 minus zeta square, and this will be sin pi plus phi, and sin pi plus phi will be minus sin phi, minus sin phi, right? Sin pi plus phi will be minus of sin phi, and therefore our Ct max, maximum value of Ct, becomes 1 plus e raised to minus zeta pi divided by under root 1 minus zeta square divided by under root 1 minus zeta square sin phi. And what is sin phi? We have considered zeta is equal to cos phi, and if we have considered zeta is equal to cos phi, then under root 1 minus zeta square will be sin phi, and therefore this becomes 1 plus e raised to minus zeta pi divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. This is our Ct max, not the peak overshoot. Now we'll calculate the peak overshoot. What will be the peak overshoot? This is Ct max, and we are interested in this value only. So we'll subtract this value 1 from Ct, and then we'll get our MP, which is equal to Ct max minus 1, or is equal to e raised to minus zeta pi divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. Right? This is our MP, peak overshoot. MP, peak overshoot, or percentage overshoot. If I am interested in percentage overshoot, then what will be percentage overshoot? E raised to minus zeta pi divided by under root 1 minus zeta square into 100. This is our percentage overshoot. percentage overshoot, right? Next is peak time. Peak time. What is peak time? What is peak time? Peak time is the time when we reach this CT max. And we have calculated this TP here only. We have calculated this TP here only, like this T is our TP, peak time. This T is TP, which is peak time, and is equal to pi by omega D, and is equal to pi by omega D, right? Right? Now, so what is the definition of maximum overshoot and peak time? What is the definition of maximum overshoot and peak time? Just a minute. The maximum positive deviation the maximum positive deviation of the output with respect to its desired value is known as maximum overshoot. Maximum overshoot, and denoted as MP, and denoted as MP. And MP is equal to e raised to minus zeta pi divided by under root 1 minus zeta square multiplied by 100 percentage MP. And the time needed the time needed to reach the maximum overshoot is called peak time. TP. And TP is equal to pi over omega n under root 1 minus zeta square, right? So next is settling time. Settling time. Settling time, TS. Settling time, TS. And what is TS? What we have considered as TS? TS is the time when response reaches 98% of the desired value. When response reaches 98% of the desired value is called settling time, right? When response reaches 98% of the desired value is called settling time. And we see that settling time is 4t. Settling time, what is settling time? Settling time is 4t, right? The time required the time required for the step response to reach 50% of the final value is called delay time. Is called delay time, TD. And TD is equal to approximately equal to 1 plus 0.7 zeta divided by omega n, or 1.1 plus 0.125 zeta plus 0.469 zeta square divided by omega n. This is our delay time, TD, right? Thank you.